Welcome to the first episode of Miller Time here at High Tech High School in North Bergen, New Jersey. I'm your host, Ryan Miller. With me, I have my friend Michael Wiersgala. We built this set together. Michael, are you excited? This is our first big day.
Honestly, I am. We put a lot of hard work into this. Changed the setup a lot. We started off small and we ended off big. I'm really proud of it.
We got a lot of help from our teachers. Especially, we'd like to thank Mr. DePiro.
And Philip Migliori is a really big help.
Anything we needed here, Mr. Ascles as well. They were there for us. They helped. They got us to the set where we are today.
I like to say that I pulled a little bit more weight than the others, but we won't get into it.
Okay, Michael, okay. Don't be a narcissist.
Let's be honest here, Ryan. I'm kind of a big deal around here. If it wasn't for me, heck, this probably wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, Miller Time could only happen with Miller, though.
See, I don't know about that.
I think I'm pretty confident that it could only happen with me, you know? But the behind the scenes couldn't happen without you.
Are you kidding me? I pulled in 50% of my work effort into this. And this is how I'm just going to be treated?
You know, as much as I'd like to talk with Michael here, we've got a big show today. We've got Mr. Grecco coming on by. We've got former WHIT station manager John Pacino coming in. And we've got a promo to show with our own Hallie Meryl. So, first we're going to...
I'm done with the show, Ryan.
Okay, Michael. Let's cut to a break while we get him out of here.
You always do these things to me.
Up next, we have Mr. Grecco on the show. All right, and welcome back from the break. We have our very first guest here on Miller Time. Very special guest, Mr. Grecco. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. How do you feel that you're the first guest chosen to be on Miller Time?
I think it's appropriate since I am probably the longest running, not employee. I've been the student here the longest.
Okay.
And now employee. So, yeah, it makes sense. Laser cat to laser cat.
Yeah, exactly. So, in preparation for the show, were you nervous? I know last time we did a little run through, you were pretty good, but this is the real deal.
I know. I'm not used to, the new setup. It's, almost professional looking.
Yeah.
It's pretty intimidating, as are you.
I'm intimidating.
Very much so.
Should I lower my chair for you?
It might help a little bit.
Okay.
But then you might be blocked.
Yeah, by my microphone here.
Nice mic, though. It's
thank you.
High-quality stuff.
Yeah. You get nice, crisp, clean audio this time around.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
We don't have our band playing today. Usually next door we have a nice little band.
I know. Last time I was here, you had music for me, I thought.
Yeah.
Rocket Man.
Yeah, because you are the Rocket Man.
I am Rocket Man. At least I tried to be for a little while.
Yeah.
And I failed. It happens.
It does in this industry.
The laser cat way.
So, this isn't the first time you've done something for TV production. Many times. But the most prominent one was a few years ago you did your project with a student.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So that project was, it was run by David Centeno, and it was called 24 Divided by Zero, and it was in the vein of the TV show 24.
Okay.
So I was the villain because I was the teacher giving too much math homework. So we spent a year shooting, 5 minutes
really?
Of video, basically. But to be fair, it was, like I said, in the vein of 24. So it had the split screens and the 3 videos happening at the same time. So yeah. But
last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago, 24 had a revival. So do you think that 24 Divided by Zero needs a revival as well?
I wasn't the main character. I was just the villain. So.
But isn't the villain one of the most essential characters?
Yeah, I suppose that's true. That's true.
Do you find yourself to be the villain in real life as well?
I hope so.
You hope so?
I hope so.
How come?
It's much more fun to be the villain. It's much more fun to be feared.
I mean,
And I'm a math teacher that gives homework, so therefore I must be more of a villain than a hero.
yeah, I can understand that. So, recently, your son celebrated his first birthday.
Yes, he
Parker,
did.
why don't
Parker.
how was that?
Oh, it was fun. His birthday was last Friday.
Okay.
That was low key because the weekend before we actually had his big birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
So Spider-Man was there.
Really?
Yes,
The Spider-Man?
the Spider-Man, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a bit of an accent. He was from Union City, but I thought he just moved from Queens to Union City.
Okay.
But he was there.
Cool.
The kids had fun.
Was there any hope that you might be joining in on the superhero dressing up for next year's party?
No,
No.
no, I'm much too old.
What about the villain, just like 24 divided by 0?
I thought about that. I probably could pull off something like Dr. Octopus or something like that.
Okay.
I would need to have like a fat villain. So but he's cool enough because he's got the arms and stuff like that.
Cool. So, okay, so we had a message sent in from the
Oh.
fans.
I didn't know we even do that.
Yeah, we
That's
do
amazing.
that.
Technology's great.
Yeah. They were wondering if we could get Mr. Grecco's opinion on Multicultural Day for 2017.
My opinion.
Yeah, since you're not going to be involved anymore, they want to know if there was any corruption that went down last year that resulted in that. They wanted to know. The fan basically is implying that there's something going on between us, like some type of corruption, because you're on my show and I was doing your show, and like you want.
Yeah, there probably is some corruption, I assume. I mean, I know I had you come begging me to be a part of Multicultural Day, and I couldn't say no after a while. Now, as far as this year is concerned, it'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be good. It's going to be in the field house again, as far as I know.
In June?
Probably in June. I think that worked out well. I think it worked out well. It was nice weather out. I don't think the tables are going to happen though this year.
Yeah,
that
seemed
was
like
bad.
It didn't work out.
That
too
was
well.
messy. Lots of litter after that.
Yeah.
Plus, no more food is allowed anyway.
What's your take on that?
I hate it. Where's the empanada sales? Gone. Right? I needed that. I needed the empanada sale.
I mean,
everybody needs an empanada sale.
I mean, the sales aren't really a right so much as a privilege. So, I think the students
you're
might
just
have lost
mincing
that.
words here.
Yeah, but I mean,
When
gotta
it comes
stay by
down
the
to
books.
it, people just want their good food.
They're good food.
And as good as the cafeteria is, nothing beats an empanada from outside the cafeteria.
Okay. Now, what's your take on? Recently, we had a press conference here at High Tech.
Mm-hmm.
We had the mayor of North Bergen, Mayor Sacco, here to announce some big news that after the school moves and goes on to Sea Caucus, that it'll have new tenants.
Yes.
So I was talking with Miss Crone and Mr. Rao, respectively, about ideas for maybe a memento to be left behind here. Now, I think,
Okay.
since you're the longest tenured resident,
Yeah, I'm close to it.
You're close to
when
it.
you include my time here as a student, I'm
Yeah.
very close.
so I think you should have a say in what's left behind here when we leave. So, any ideas for that?
Well, there's that mural, that mosaic actually.
Okay.
In that back hallway by where Miss Witham's class is.
Yeah.
It says High Tech High School, established 1991.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should leave that, and they shouldn't be allowed to touch it.
Okay.
And that's just as a reminder, like, hey, we were here first.
Well,
This
we
alone-
weren't here first. We were here second.
We're fine.
The factory was here first.
They don't need to know that.
Okay.
But the kids coming in, what do they know?
Yeah.
So, other than that, I mean, if you're talking about like leaving some rotten eggs somewhere, I think that's just mean. I think that's inappropriate for a host like this.
Yeah, I understand. You left your computer open the other day.
Did
when
I?
You left the classroom?
Oh,
and
man.
I went to go throw something out, and I peered over at the screen, and I saw like order forms for like a Mr. Grecco bronze statue.
Oh, yeah?
So I don't know where you were planning on putting that, but I feel like that's not gonna go undetected.
Well, I was going to make a time capsule type thing.
Okay.
Yeah. You ruined it.
I ruined it. I ruined the surprise.
You ruined it.
Okay. It looks like we're getting our first caller.
Oh, we have callers
Yeah.
too.
So
again.
what
Right.
we do is we put them on speakerphone, and so we're gonna do that now. We're gonna take the call. Hello, welcome to Miller Time. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
I love the show Miller Time. This is Alice from Hoboken. And I just want to say it's very good to see Mr. Grecco. He keeps saying he's a villain. I think he's a very nice boy. I remember him growing up on the street called Fairview Terrace in West New York. And it was always going to Cato's Deli for everybody to get milk and eggs. He's a very good young man. I just want to say that. I don't know why you say he's a villain.
Thanks, Alice. That's very nice of you. Spread the word, will you?
Hollywood, you get me? I'm bad inside. This is dirty. So I'm talking to my husband. He just came back from sleeping in the street of Hoboken.
Oh,
And 94 years old.
wow. God bless.
Mr. Grecco, you're catching up to that, right?
I'm almost there.
Almost there.
Almost there. I feel there.
Okay.
Especially my knees.
Alice,
Please tell Mr. Grecco to say hello to his lovely, lovely grandmother. I need to catch up with her soon.
I'll tell her, Alice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alice, how are you watching the show today? What platform are you watching the show on? With your eyes.
Oh, I got my glasses on.
Oh, you have glasses.
Two sets of eyes.
I'm watching on the free internet, freeform radio on the internet.
Oh, freeform.
Cool.
www.
You're a
The-
www.
That's the World Wide Web.
Oh, thanks, Alice.
I know you guys are kind of young.
You got to surf. Go surfing on that net.
Please call my feet for me. Now you guys know you can.
No.
My husband.
Well, make sure he does.
He does very well.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
All right.
Good job, great.
All right. Thanks for calling, Alice.
Thank you, great show. I love Miller Time, Papa Boo.
Bye, Alice.
Well, wasn't that nice?
Alice is the best.
Yeah. 94 years old and still around making phone calls like that.
It's going on the web, the World Wide Web, and watching Freeform.
Yeah.
Surprised she even knew what that was. That was good.
Yeah. My producers have limited me to 2 calls per show
Okay.
because the lines are flooded. Everybody's trying to talk to me.
Or me.
Well, I don't know about that
Well, we'll see
necessarily.
with your next guest. We'll see how that works out.
So we decided we're going to sandwich both phone calls together, and we're going to take the second and final phone call right now as well.
We used to call that a party line.
A party line. That's okay. Hello? Who's on the air?
Hello, this is Nelson from New Brunswick.
Hi, Nelson.
So I'm actually a really big fan of the show. I'm actually a really big fan of Miller Time. I watch your show every weekend.
Thanks,
Nice.
Nelson.
I was actually calling to ask one question. Me and my friends are having a little bit of a dispute. So, my friend's a little bit of a narcissistic, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, I asked him, what's the one guy who saw his reflection in the water and fell in love with himself?
You want to take this one, Mr. Grecco?
Saw the reflection in the water and what?
Listen up, okay? I keep arguing with you. Obviously,
We're getting some feedback, guys.
You're narcissistic. You're a narcissist. But what's the name of the guy who saw his reflection and fell in love with himself?
Oh, fell in love with himself. Caller, can you turn down your radio, please?
Okay, Grecco, what's the name of the guy?
The guy that fell in love with himself?
Yeah, I think it would be Narcissus, right?
Is that the name?
Yeah, that's the name of the guy.
Narcissist. But what's the name of the guy who fell in love with himself?
Yeah, his name is Narcissus, and he's a narcissist.
Yeah, you're not getting it. Listen,
I would have said Ryan Miller.
exactly, Ryan Miller's a narcissist. But
Yeah.
who's the guy who fell in love with himself? What was his name? I didn't see his name.
Ryan Miller.
Narcissus.
Ryan Miller.
Yeah, obviously he's a narcissist because he loves himself. But what's the name of the guy?
His name
Is
is
Ryan
Narcissus.
His name is Robert Paulson.
Robert Paulson.
Robert Paulson. If anybody out there knows what I'm talking about, good for you.
And that was it for that caller. Robert Paulson.
Robert Paulson. So there was this movie called Fight Club.
Yeah.
And
the only secret about Fight Club.
Yeah. If you actually watch the movie, there's this part where they start chanting somebody's name. His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson.
And who's he?
The guy that got killed. Watch the movie. It's really good.
Okay.
But only if you're 17, I think.
If you're 17.
Yeah, I think it's rated R. So.
Mr. DePiro has a movie. It's out there.
That he made?
Yeah.
The Hoboken one?
Yeah. And so, I've always wanted to watch it, but he said not until I turn 18.
Oh, see, there's a lot of movies you have to watch then.
So I kind of feel like you're in cahoots with him because you're telling me a similar thing, not to watch a movie, an age restriction. I think you're a little ageist.
I'm just trying to. What was that? I'm just trying to do the right thing and not get in trouble. And not recommend that freshmen that are 14?
You think freshmen are watching the show right now?
I think everybody's watching the show right now.
Really?
They should be.
Oh, cool. I never really thought
it's Miller time, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still inappropriate, by the way. Just putting that out there.
Well, I think yellow on black looks nice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what about that logo over there?
I think it looks nice.
It looks nice.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting some signals from the producers. I'm not exactly sure what
Pretty sure that means they're trying to kick me out. So
we're gonna go to a break real quick. So we'll be right back with Mr. Grecco right after the break. Okay, we are back from the break here on Miller Time. Over the break, my producers talked to me. They said the interview with Grecco's not working out. They said we lost viewers.
It happens.
I didn't think it was possible to go from 0 viewers to the negatives, but apparently we accomplished that here today.
Leave it to a math teacher to be able to do that.
So it's somewhat impressive, but at the same time, I think I'm going to have to cut you short.
Okay.
I know we had 20 more minutes planned. I know you took away from your day to be here.
I did.
But like I said, I've got a business to run here, and it's in the business world. It could be tough sometimes.
It is. It's cutthroat.
Maybe if we have you off air for a while, you come back maybe in the spring. Maybe the viewers will have a different
spring. I gotta wait through 2 seasons.
Maybe the viewers will have a different taste on you by then. Not sure. I could try to rehabilitate your image for them throughout the show. But like I said, right now we're gonna have to cut it short.
I told you I always play the villain.
You always play the villain, and sometimes the villain doesn't win. Most times, actually.
In Hollywood, most times.
Yeah, and so I am essentially in Hollywood, my own Hollywood right here, and I'm calling the shots. So
what are you saying? I gotta just leave? I gotta get up and go?
It's time for you to go, Mr. Grecco.
So I don't even get to hang out and see the end of the show.
You can watch from
whatever.
Oh no. Okay, fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm not mad at all.
You're gonna take off the mic and everything before our crew comes out to get you and everything?
You can have this. I'm out.
Wow.
This is how you treat people?
Let the record reflect Mr. Grecco has left very rudely, and Miller Time does not condone any of his foul language that he's using without his mic on right now. Welcome back to Miller Time here. As you can see, Mr. Grecco left a little disappointed, but be assured he went home with our very own signature gift basket for appearing on Miller Time. So he couldn't have been that mad. Now could he? Next, we have a promo from our very own Hallie Meryl. She won the New Jersey Young Filmmakers Festival last spring, and recently I sat down on a podcast with her to discuss her ceremony for winning that. So here we go. Hallie, we're here to discuss your film that won first place at the 42nd Annual New Jersey Young Filmmakers Festival last spring. It is La Cadeau. And for those that haven't seen the film yet, why don't you just summarize a little bit about what it's about and why it was made?
Okay. It originated as just a French project, and it was we were supposed to encapture all of the vocabulary that we learned in the lesson and make a project out of it, and so that's basically what it is. The chapter was on places, and so instead of just making a short film following someone around saying this is the bakery or this is the butcher shop, not that we really have butcher shops, but French, we decided to create a story that encaptured all of those things, and yeah, so it's done in a noir film kind of style, and it's the story of a detective trying to figure out the anniversary present that someone's going to buy their husband. It's very, and there's a twist. This really was just a French project, and it became a lot more than that, and I'm just really excited that someone recognized it for more than a French project, so yeah.
So you had 3 other classmates help you out with this project.
Yes.
So were all the contributions their acting, or did they also have any ideas for your scenes in the film?
Okay, so the original concept was, it came from me and Olivia Vitasnik, and everyone just helped with the script writing because it was in French. It was like this group effort, and I directed and edited and shot the rest of it. So, yeah.
So I was wondering, do you think you've drawn any clamor from the fans to want to make a sequel to this?
No.
No plans for a sequel
No
in the
plans
works.
for a
You heard it
sequel.
here first on WHIT Radio. So then, what's next if there's no sequel coming?
In terms of French projects?
No,
or
in
terms of
general.
Just in general. Well, I'm the head of the TV production club here at High Tech, and we're planning to not throw a film together, but like write and really plot out our next movie, which we want to enter into a film festival coming up in November. And so,
Cool.
Yeah, that's the goal.
One more thing before we wrap things up here for Hallie. I was thinking maybe you do a series of La Cadeau. And, we have other languages here at the school, so maybe you make a version of the film in Spanish,
translate it
in
in all
German, in Italian, Japanese. What do you think?
I will leave it up to the people in those classes to formulate that.
So is your script for sale if they're willing to make a Japanese version of La Cadeau?
Go for it. Have fun.
Sounds good to me. So thanks for taking a few minutes to sit down today, Hallie.
Thank you for having me.
And I congratulate you once again on La Cadeau winning
Thank you so
first
much.
place. And good luck tonight. Very good stuff in the podcasting studio, if I do say so myself. Now, one thing that I wanted to touch upon before we have our last and final guest is that we had a press conference with Mayor Sacco here at High Tech to announce that North Bergen will be moving into the building once we leave for Sea Caucus. So that's some big news. But I think the biggest thing is coming up after the break. We have the former WHIT radio station manager, John Pacino, coming on to Miller Time. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Miller Time. This is our pilot episode here, so we thought who better to bring on for 5 minutes than our great Mr. Pacino. How you doing today?
How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for coming in. This is our first official episode.
Okay.
Air this one live. It's
Fantastic,
going up on YouTube,
yeah.
so
Great.
that's why we really appreciate you sitting down for
Well,
a few minutes.
I think you have a great show. I was on some preliminary shows before, and you have a nice upbeat personality, and seems just like going to be a fun kind of interviewer.
It's going to be a light, variety-styled show, similar to some things you've done in the past.
Right.
So what's one piece of advice you might be able to give me?
To give you,
Yeah.
just keep that charisma going. Keep that joy of doing it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
If you watch, say, somebody like Jimmy Fallon or whatever, or Kimmel, they have this joy of happiness and just doing the show, and that translates to your audience. And your audience doesn't want to know, especially if you have like a fun show. They don't want you to get too in depth with your questions. They want to feel good.
Okay.
So I would say just have a lot of fun with it.
Well, I hope I make you feel good when you come on
You
the show.
do. I just like, and you give me lots of compliments, and I like that. And I used to do many shows in this studio with Mr. DePiro, and it brings back old memories. Actually, I did shows back in the 90s, 20 years ago in this studio, and it just is a great place. And I hope when you move to your new digs and your new location, they give you the dimensions and everything that you need to set up a great new studio.
What was your first show here? Super's Corner?
First show here was JP's
Place?
Yeah, I had a show in the 80s, 90s called JP's Place. Then that went to JP's Teen Forum. Mm-hmm. And then it went to Super's Corner, which I did, I think, the last 8 or so years.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was. We used the studio a lot. The great Barney Doyle was here, started me off. He was the first video instructor, and then we had Rob Meyer and the wonderful Chris DePiro, and we have Greg Ascalise now. Mr. Greg Ascalise.
Got a good team here.
You have a great team, and just keep on doing it. And I hope, when you go to college and on, you just keep going, and you find ways to keep on doing these shows. Because you're going to meet a lot of interesting people. Mm-hmm. You're going to have a lot of fun, and you may make a great career out of it. So hopefully, if you're just persistent and keep on doing it and practicing, great things will come.
We had one bit of surprising news this week. I don't know if you heard. Did you hear about the press conference?
Yes, I saw it actually. I saw it with Mayor Sacco, and Mr. Gargiulo was on, and looks like the high school is, North Bergen High School is coming down here, and I think 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, and I'm going to use the school they have now for the middle grades, and of course you're going to move to your beautiful new location in Secaucus. So great news, exciting news, a lot of changes in the air, and I think that's Hudson County. The jewel of Hudson County, I think, is this school. I always thought that this technical school here, Hudson County School of Technology, was the jewel of Hudson County. Yeah. And it's got some great new digs coming up. So, the future looks very rosy.
It does.
It does. So.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by for a few minutes. We always appreciate your time,
Ryan, and I'm glad to be on Miller time. And anytime I stop in here, I hope I'm welcome, and I will definitely watch for it on YouTube.
There's always a spot here for you. Thanks, Mr.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Ryan. Thank you.
Nobody does it better than Mr. Pacino. Am I right, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Right.
One day I aspire to hopefully be at the status he is hosting shows, but I think today went pretty good. What do you think?
Honestly, I thought it went pretty well, but at the same time, I don't think I got enough credit.
You didn't get enough credit personally.
Not this thing.
Why don't you tell the audience what exactly you think you deserve credit for?
I asked Grecco to be on the show.
Uh-huh. And that was our
You
worst
don't give
interview,
me anything for that. I helped set up the microphones. I changed shots.
Mm-hmm. I understand. You're hard at work. You're so hard at work now that you're definitely working.
I don't want to hear about it anymore, Ryan. I really don't want to hear about it anymore.
Your biggest contribution doing the switcher, you're not even doing it right now because someone else is switching the shots and you're on the couch.
Are you kidding me?
So how do you explain that?
Oh, yeah. Nice try.
Michael, ever since I brought you into this, you've become a big narcissist.
I'm a narcissist?
Yeah.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, you're a narcissist. But actually, that brings me to
here at Miller time. We don't think that.
Well, because you seem to used to have arrows pointing at you.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
You had.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Every time you introduce yourself, you're like, "Oh, I'm Ryan Miller. I'm the star of the show, not the guest."
Michael, what? I've been training you for a while. What's one thing I've always told you? I didn't come to this industry. This industry came to me.
Right. For the last time, No one came here to get you on the show. You were the one who came in here, begged the Puro for the show, and then you begged me to help you.
Listen, Michael.
Because you didn't know how to take it out.
Michael, they've been waiting for me.
This show would be nothing without me.
They've been waiting for this show since Sean Northgrave graduated. This is In Detention 2.0.
Oh my God, I can't do this right now.
Michael, the fans have been craving something as good as In Detention
cut the cameras,
since he left.
please. Just cut the cameras. I can't do this anymore.
Okay, my producers are telling us that's all the time we have for today.
Next
week we have a big show.
Cut it
Next
off,
Wednesday.
like
No.
You don't want to get the rest on tape.
Okay,
Cut it
Michael,
off like always.
you know we have a big music video coming. We have very special guests coming on the show. So thanks for watching the pilot of Miller Time, and we hope you stay tuned for the next episode.